In this video, we're going to be counting down the top 10 LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets of all time. So now, growing up, my three biggest obsessions were Transformers, superheroes, and the Ninja Turtles. So it's really cool that they've all made their way into LEGO form at some point or another. But let's cast our minds back to 2013, and we saw the release of the first wave of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets, which were based on the Nickelodeon show at the time, which I remember being pretty good. In the first wave, we got 6 sets all based on the show, and then next year in the second wave, we got 5 sets based on the show, and then we got 3 sets based on the original Michael Bay movie, which I'm not a big fan of. And I also think the turtle designs are pretty horrifying, and they're just as horrifying in LEGO form. Although these sets themselves, I don't think they're actually too bad. But I definitely do prefer the more classic design for the Nickelodeon show sets. But anyways, enough yapping, let's start the list with number 10. Coming in 10th place, from the first wave, we have the Stealth Shell in Pursuit. So this was a small £20, $20 set. It has 162 pieces. We get 3 minifigures. We get Raphael, who is my personal favorite of the Ninja Turtles. Let me know, everybody, who is your favorite. We also get a foot soldier who looks amazing, really fun design, and we also get Fish Face, which is a great name. He was a unique mold and one of the mutant villains of the show, so a really great design and a really fun minifigure. The builds themselves are nothing too special. We get a fun little jet ski for Fish Face, which has some toxic ooze on the back, and then we get the turtle shell for Raphael to drive, which is a great little build, and I love the turtle theme of it. And both builds include some flick fire missiles for some extra playability. So not much to say about this set, it's just a really good price. You get an amazing Raphael minifigure, and all the turtles had a new head mold as well as a shell mold. Speaking of which, all the turtles actually had different colouring and different shells depending on which character it was. For example, Leo and Donatello both have a strap on their shell, whereas Michelangelo and Raphael don't. Overall, a great small set. Coming in 9th place, we have another smaller set. We have the Kraang Lab Escape. So this was a £10 set and contains 90 pieces. And this is just such a fun small set. A really great price. You get the amazing Michelangelo. He's probably the fan favorite Ninja Turtle. Not mine, but I do love him. He has an amazing face print, and he also has a lighter green coloring than Raphael, and he comes with his iconic nunchucks. We also get another Foot Ninja, who pretty much come in all the sets. And then finally we get Krang, who's one of the Turtles' most iconic villains from the original show and all the comics, and he's a really fun mold. He comes with a small mech with some flickfire missiles, which is a nice little build, and then you do get a jail cell to capture Michelangelo. Once again, another really fun small set. You get an amazing Michelangelo minifigure, as well as the iconic Krang. Alright, coming in 8th place, we have Shredder's Dragon Bike from the original wave. So now you're probably sick of me saying this, but this was another smaller, cheaper set. This was £24.99 and dollars for 198 pieces. Now in this set, we get Donatello, who is another amazing minifigure, and he comes with his iconic bow staff. Like I said at the beginning, he has a different shell piece, which has a strap on the back. We get another hand ninja who is the same, but super cool. Now pretty much the reason why this set's on the list and so high is because of the Shredder minifigure. This is the cheapest way to get him, and obviously he's their main and most iconic villain, and this is just such a fantastic minifigure. He's unique to this set, he has an amazing helmet mold and shoulder pads, and really cool printing. And then for builds we get a jet-powered skateboard, and then a crazy over-the-top bike for Shredder, which isn't my favourite build, but it's still pretty fun. So a really good cheaper way to get a Shredder minifigure. Now coming in 7th place, we have the Mutant Chamber Unleashed. Now this is the first set from the second wave, and this was a really fantastic price of £19.99 or $24.99. It contains 196 pieces, and the build, like the name suggests, is a mutation chamber, which is how the villains were transforming into mutant monsters. This has a classic LEGO transformation feature, where you put one minifigure on the other side, twist it around, and then out pops a mutant monster, which I always love these features, especially in the Bat Caves. It's another great simple build. I love the light neon green color used for it. And we do also get 3 minifigures. We get Victor, who becomes a mutant. Then we also get an armored Raphael, which I absolutely love this minifigure. In Series 2, we got variations of all the turtles with different armors and different prints on them, which I appreciate, making them more unique than just doing the same minifigures over and over again. And I absolutely love this armored Raphael. It reminds me of so much of the Night Watchman from the old film. I was obsessed with this movie as a kid, and Night Watchman Raph was like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life when I was younger. So I really love this armor and printing for Raph. And we also get Spider Bites, who is a brand new unique mold. And I just love how creepy and weird this guy is. I think this mold definitely puts this higher on the list because of how weird it is. Once again, this is just another fun, small, cheaper set. The Raphael is amazing, and Spider Bites is just such a cool and weird mold. And the build for the Mutant Chamber is actually really fun and has a really good little play feature. And up next, in 6th place, back to the original wave, we have Baxter's Robot Rampage. Now this set was an exclusive because I remember this being so hard to find, and I never could get it. So this was £39.99 and dollars and contains 397 pieces. So a really great price per pot ratio, and we get 4 minifigures. We get Raphael, who this variation does come in another set, and we get Donatello, who has a unique face print. And we also get April O'Neil, who only comes in this set, in terms of the classic cartoon design. And I love this minifigure. She has an amazing face print, torso print, as well as some really nice printing on the leg with the jeans print. And then we also get Baxter Stockman, who is another one of the Turtles' iconic villains from the original show, and he has a really fun kind of goofy design. And then we do also get a Mauser robot, which is a nice little design. So for builds, we get a skateboard, we get a flying little helicopter thing, and then like a small little turtle quad bike. Not the best builds, they kind of look like something I would make when I was 5 years old, but they're still pretty fun. The main build is the Baxter Stockman robot, which is a really great build. I love how it looks like it's been put together by him, and he can also sit inside it. It has a few set of flick-fire missiles on it for some extra playability. And I think with this set including an exclusive April and Baxter, it definitely puts it higher on the list, because they're such iconic characters, and it's a real shame they weren't in more sets. So a really great set, great minifigures for a reasonable price. Right, we are now in the top 5. If you are enjoying this video, please leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you want more, and if you don't, then that's perfectly fine. Alright, in 5th place, we have the first and the only movie set. We have the Turtle Lair Invasion. Now, this is actually the biggest Ninja Turtle set, and definitely my favorite from the movie. I'm a big fan of sets like this. They have that classic Batcave design, and the Turtle Lair is just so iconic. This set contains 888 pieces and retail for £79.99 or $99.99, so a little bit better priced here in the UK. So let's start off with our minifigures, and yeah, the turtles are pretty horrifying. I'm not a big fan of the design, however, the printing is actually fantastic. Face print for Leo is really good, as well as the torso and leg printing. And this one did also come with a brand new shell piece, where you could actually attach weapons as well as other builds to them. We also get Donatello, who has a brand new head mod where you can attach goggles to his head just like in the film, which is a really great attention to detail and super accurate. And he also has some really good printing. So I was being a little bit hyperbolic about these minifigures. I don't think they're too bad. I think they're really super detailed, and I love the new molds for them. We also get Master Splinter, who's actually a really great minifigure. Doesn't look too cursed, a really nice head mold as well as some really nice printing. And then we get the movie version of the Foot Soldiers, which have a really great design, a lot more militaristic, but I think they look really cool. And then finally we get Movie Shredder, who I wasn't really a big fan of how they handled this in the film, but I think he makes for a really good minifigure. He uses the same amazing helmet mold with some really nice printing, a new shoulder pad mold with some really great torso and leg printing. In terms of the actual build, it's pretty simple. At the top, we do actually get a sewer entrance, which I really love. We get a slide for the turtles to slide down. We get a weapons rack and storage room. We get a jail cell, as well as a control room for the turtles to monitor crime. And of course, there is some pizza on the floor. And then we get a small dummy for the turtles to practice their skills with. So it's a really great build and was an okay price. Alright, in 4th place we have the Turtle Sub Undersea Chase. This was a part of the second wave based on the TV show. Now I love the turtle submarine design. It's obviously based on an actual turtle, which is super cute looking. I love the front of the submarine being the turtle head, as well as the body being the shell. And you can open it inside to place your minifigures. But unfortunately it does look a little bit cramped inside. And there's also a weapons rack with a bow staff and a katana. And you also get a periscope. And then a spring launcher. And then for villains, we get an underwater submarine flying saucer thing, which is really cool. So a fantastic build, as well as we get some really great minifigures. We get some Kraang robots in an exosuit, and I love the face and torso print with Kraang inside there. It's such a cool design. And then we get 2 turtle variations of Donatello and Leonardo, where they have scuba gear on, both of which look really great. And definitely the coolest minifigure in this set is Leatherhead, who has an amazing new torso and head mold. Which is one of the best things about the turtle theme, is that they introduce medium-sized figs. So when a character isn't small enough to be a minifigure or big enough to be a big fig, they use these new molds, which all look really great. But unfortunately, LEGO didn't carry this forwards, which is a big disappointment. And in terms of price, it was £59.99 and dollars and contains 684 pieces, so a fantastic price. You get 5 amazing minifigures and a really cool and cute turtle build. So definitely one of the best sets. And coming in 3rd place, a part of the second series, we have Shredder's Lair Rescue. Now, as the turtles get the turtle lair, it's only fair that Shredder has his own lair. And this is a really great design. It has a throne for Shredder, and I love the foot banners at the side of him. We get a small little prison cage build, and we do get a turtle glider, which you can pull off the cage and free Michelangelo, who's been kidnapped. And that's pretty much it for the play features. So it's a really simple build, but I think it looks really good. And then we get 5 minifigures. We get a foot soldier, as well as a foot soldier with 4 arms, which is pretty cool. And then we get an exclusive Michelangelo and Raphael. And then we also get what is my favorite Shredder. I love the purple and silver color scheme, as well as the amazing torso and armor printing. And in terms of price, it was £49.99 and dollars and contains 478 pieces. I love Shredder's throne and the foot banners at the side of him. A really fun, simple build and some really great minifigures. Alright, in 2nd place, these were the hardest sets to rank, and I've swapped them around a few times. But in 2nd place, I'm actually going to go with the Shellraiser Street Chase, which was actually my number 1 for a while. So the Shellraiser is basically the Nickelodeon show's version of the turtle shell, which is their iconic form of transport. Now the turtle shell did actually come in the movie set, and although I'm a big fan of the classic design, I just think this one was too muted and small and boring looking, whereas the Shellraiser is really fun and creative. It's basically a modified subway cart. It has 2 sets of wheels, 2 big at the back and 2 small at the front, which they can actually both retract upwards, and then it can actually drive on train tracks, which is a really fun idea because obviously the turtles operate underground under the subway. And it also comes with a massive turret on the front of it, with a spring launcher. and you can open up to place your turtles inside, as well as there's a rack for some skateboards. And then for our villains, we get a pizza truck delivery, which is a really simple build but adds a lot more playability to the set. And then we get 5 minifigures. We get Mikey and Leonardo, and Leo is exclusive to this set, and he comes with his iconic katanas, and we get Michelangelo, who comes in another set. We also get an exclusive foot soldier who has dark red pants, as well as an exclusive Kraang robot. And then we also get Dog Pound, who's another medium-sized figure, and then just once again a really impressive mold. Super accurate to the TV show. I just so wish that LEGO made more minifigures like this. So the set contains 690 pieces and retail for £59.99 and dollars. So once again, another amazing price per part ratio. A really fantastic build for the Shellraiser and some really great minifigures. Which means coming in first place is quite easy to guess. It's the Turtle Lair attack, which is the Turtle Lair based on the Nickelodeon show. So this set was £49.99 and dollars and contained 488 pieces. So another great price per part ratio. This one is significantly smaller than the movie version, but I just think it looks a lot better. It's a lot brighter and bolder and just looks a lot more like the Ninja Turtles to me. We get a skateboard ramp and a skateboard for Leo and Raph. We get a TV which has seating for all the different turtles. There's also a really great build for the training dubby, which has a shredder which you can actually rotate around. And has a unique variation of the shredder mask in brown. At the top we get a small section of a New York street with a Turtle Rules sticker, with a sewer cover or a manhole cover which you can open and the turtles can slide down into their lair. There's also a secret entrance in the dojo. There's actually a pizza oven which I love. There's a lab with a workbench. So this one is just packed full of so much more fun and creative play features. We get 5 minifigures. We get Raphael and Leonardo, who once again are just amazing. Head molds to shell molds in the torso and leg printing all look great. We also get Master Splinter, who's by far and away the best Master Splinter. Amazing face print, as well as he has an amazing torso and robe print. We get the Foot Soldier, and then we also get the Dark Ninja, who's a pretty great minifigure. Now, honestly, I think this set would have been perfect if it was a little bit bigger. I would love to see this set have like 200, 300 more pieces, as well as including all 4 turtles and Shredder. But overall, it's just such a fantastic set, and as a big fan of play sets, this is more my style than the Shellraiser, even though I do love that set. Alright, that is it for the top 10 LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets. Let me know which are your favorite sets, and what did you think of this theme overall. There was so many great potential sets, basing on the original 80s cartoon or the 2000s cartoon which I grew up with. Now for me, the biggest wasted opportunity for this theme is the lack of Casey Jones. Now I believe he wasn't in the TV show at the time, which is why he wasn't in the set, but he's such an iconic character, one of my personal favorites. So it really sucks not to get him in LEGO form. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hope you all have an amazing week. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.